So you want to know where some of the most expensive homes are in Fishers that money can buy. Maybe you're looking for a nice $1 million home or you just like to look at them. Well, today we're going to go through 3 different communities and show you where these communities are located so you don't have to. Welcome to the Discovering Central Indiana YouTube channel. I'm Eric with the Pels Realty Group, and if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Central Indiana, go ahead and subscribe. My business partner Julie and I, we get calls and texts every single day from people just like you who are looking to make their move to Central Indiana. So whether that's in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call. So who doesn't want to live in a $1 million home in a beautiful community with lots of different amenities? Well, today we're going to go through those 3 different communities. But before we do, let's talk a little bit about Fishers, Indiana. Fishers, Indiana is a very highly sought after place here in Hamilton County, according to niche.com. It has A+ rating overall of living and health, and the schools are also A+ rated. That's a big thing for people who are moving from out of state or just moving to Fishers in general and you have kids. Where are the best schools located? Well, Fishers has some really good schools, especially for high schools. Fishers is right up there with Carmel in terms of ranking and desirability here in Central Indiana and in Hamilton County, which is where Fishers and Carmel are located. But that's enough about Fishers. Let's go ahead and check out these different communities. Our first stop is going to be Canal Place here in Fishers, located right off of Oleo Road. You are right next to Geist Waterfront Park, which is really nice. And right now we are in the section of the community that backs up to Geist. So these homes here back up to Geist Reservoir. We're also going to be right down the street from Geist Marina. So if you have a boat there, you can go launch your boat, all that. But the nice thing is with this community is, especially this section, you do have some docks. It does appear that you have some docks in the backyards for some of the homes. This is a pretty expansive community. You have a little over 200 homes that were built in the early to mid 2000s according to property records. That's what I could find. But you also do have a few lots still available that are owned by custom home builders, so you can still get in this community and build a brand new home. I think I counted maybe like 2 or 3 new lots still available, and there's one home being built right now. But generally speaking, these homes are going to be 15+ years old. And talking about pricing, you're going to be in the mid to high 700s all the way up to over $1 million, just based off of recent property records and sales that have happened within this community. As I walk through the community, it is very nice. It is a very peaceful, quiet community, which is a big, especially when you're in this price point. You have a good amount of landscaping crews coming through right now, but of course it's almost summer. It's very common for people who can afford to be in this neighborhoods like this, to have their lawn care done for them because they don't have time. Honestly, that's a really nice thing to have done, regardless of what type of community you're in. There are varying architectural styles here in the community. Most of these homes are going to have masonry on them. A majority have almost all masonry. Most of these homes are going to have at minimum a 3-car garage. Most of them are going to be side loading. Walking throughout the community, I do notice different sections have different styles. So the section that is right off of Geist, I feel like it's a little nicer. Architecture varies. You know, you do have a combination of 2 stories and ranches throughout the entire community, but this section right here, it just feels different, a little more high end, if you will. The whole community is high end, but this section right off of Geist feels more high end. The homes look different styles, more stone, where the other sections have more brick. That's what I'm seeing in this section right here. Earlier I misspoke. I said Canal. It's Canal. I don't know why I said that, but Canal Place. But anyway, Canal Place. It is a nice community. It has very nice manicured lawns. You have trees pretty much in every yard. It's nice, especially right off of Geist. Now there's only a few small sections that are right off of Geist. Most of the community is not off of Geist, but driving through, mainly masonry wraparound, that wraparounds the house. Some houses do have hardy plank siding on them, board and batten kind of look. Those are going to be the newer, more modern looking homes than the ones that were built in the early 2000s. Home being built right there. And you also have more like I want to say like a Tuscan style as well type of home that you don't see very often. It's going to be more in a custom type community. It's interesting just seeing all the architectural styles, especially right off of Geist. The school district for this community is going to be Hamilton Southeastern, so that's one of the 2 high schools here in Fishers. Now, I will warn you, and I'll say this with every neighborhood, it is your job and your duty to do your own due diligence to find out what schools your kids will go to if you have schools while you're looking for a home. That is on you. You need to look at that map. Schools, that changes constantly, how the maps are drawn and the borders. One day you might be going to Hamilton Southeastern, the next you'll be going to Fishers High School. You have to make sure that you are getting in a neighborhood with the school district that you want your kids to go with. And again, that's something that you have to look at. The second stop is going to be Ravinia of Fishers. And Ravinia is an interesting neighborhood because it's very new, built in the early 2010s, 2013 to 2015. Builder is Geist, and these are going to be custom to semi-custom homes because Geist is a semi-custom to custom builder. So Ravinia of Fishers is located right off of East 104th Street. Now the downside about East 104th Street is it's busy. Sometimes it can be kind of difficult to get out of the community during certain area times, I should say, like rush hour, both in the evening and the morning, kids coming home from school. So that's just one downside. And Ravinia of Fishers is located on the very far east side of Fishers. So we are a little over 2 miles from Fortville. And so this section of Fishers is going to be newer since all the building has gone out to the east side because it has to. Most of Fishers is pretty built up except on the east side. Ravinia is very close to Flat Fork Creek Park, also very close to Geist and all of its amenities, Geist Waterfront Park, the marina, and the shopping, but you're also very close to, since you're close to Fortville, close to shopping and whatnot. Now, granted, Fortville is still being built up, so there's not as much as if you were to, say, go to downtown Fishers to the Nickelplex district. For your school district, you're going to be in the Hamilton Southeastern School District. Now, again, that is completely up to you guys to do your due diligence to make sure that it is the neighborhood that you want to be in is in the school district you want to be in, your desired school district. Since school district maps and borders change all the time, one day it could be Hamilton Southeastern, the next it could be the Normal Fishers High School. So please do your own due diligence with that. So again, these homes are built by Geist. Most of these homes are built by Geist. There were a few homes before Geist got here, started building up, but most of these are going to be between 2013 to 2016 in terms of when they were built, so relatively new, 8 to 10 years, give or take. They are beautiful homes. They definitely have common themes. You're going to have some farmhouse style homes. You're going to have like your colonial style homes. Most of these are going to be your colonial style, your craftsman. Words are hard. Craftsman style homes with different variations here and there, with maybe how the roof lines intersect the peaks and the valleys, and materials that the houses are made out of on the exterior. Some are going to be majority of your red masonry brick, like this one right here. The masonry is wrapped around the front, and then you also have your shake side or your shake siding as well. And then you got this one here. That's going to be more of your farmhouse style type home, where you got your stone wrap on the bottom, and then you also have your shake shingle the shake siding at the top, and then hardy plank kind of in between those two things. But it is a nice peaceful community. It is, what time is it? It's 12:39. Filming this on June 11th. Very peaceful now. I am towards the front of the community, and so if I turn around right here past the berm is going to be East 104th Street, and I can hear some road noise outside. Now, I don't know how it is in the homes, but out here I do hear a little bit of road noise. Generally speaking, nice, peaceful. The homes do sit on some nice lots. I want to say maybe 1/4 of an acre, give or take, depending on where the lot is located, but good sized lots. Most of these homes are going to have at least 3-car garages. Some have 4-car garages, kind of like this one right there. That's got a 4-car garage to two two-car garage bays, if that makes sense. But, and then actually looking at this house right here, so you got some stone at the bottom that's wrapped around and then over the entrance, but then you got brick the rest of the way up. So it's a nice combination. And then the home right up over here, actually, it's very different. It's almost got that like concrete colors, I would call it, a concrete color with more white brick masonry. And then you've got your shake shingles or shake siding up at the top, but then your hardy plank at in between the masonry and the shake siding. So each home has its own little different look. Again, common themes, because when a builder, especially if it's just one builder, when a builder comes in, they're going to have certain models that you can choose from. Yes, it's custom, semi-custom, but they're going to have a set number of choices. It's going to be, you can vary from it, but it's not going to be drastically different. And all these homes, it does appear that they are all going to have rear loading garage doors. I have a love-hate relationship with rear loading garage doors. I like how it looks when you're looking at the house, but then pulling into your garage is kind of a pain. Sometimes it's form over function, how it looks. Because this right here, this farm style house style home, looks a lot better since you can't see the garage doors when you're looking dead on with the home. Garages are going to be at the side, and that's going to be a 4-car garage, it looks like. The community also has a couple lakes as well. You had a lake over on the other side of these homes, and then you also have a lake right there. So very nice. A lot of nice sidewalks, good sized roads, very walkable. So great for taking your dogs out for a walk, just walking around in the evening. It is nice. When we're talking about pricing here in this community, you're going to be in the high sevens to over $1 million. I would say I've only found, I believe it was one home in the high sevens here in this community. Most of them are going to be at least $9 to $1 million, just because the homes have appreciated since they were built, therefore commanding more money. And it is, again, this is a nice community, nice, peaceful, quiet community. If that's something that you really value, this would be a really good community for you. Now, it just depends on how far out you want to be. Since we are in the far east side of Fishers, it will take you a little bit of time to get to the Nickel Plate district, downtown Fishers. There are things popping up here and there, stores, convenience stores, but it's just going to take a little bit of time for more things to be built up in this area, especially with Fortville just 2 miles even farther east, more like you could say northeast, if you will. Our third and final stop on our list is going to be Hamilton proper. Hamilton proper is a massive community here in Fishers. It's going to be located right off of 161st Street, or excuse me, East 116th Street. Words are very difficult for me today. East 116th Street, so you're not far from Hoosier Road as well. Very close to a whole bunch of different amenities like the Nickel Plate District in downtown Fishers. Downtown Fishers itself, you have a Fresh Time that is literally right across the street from Hamilton proper. You also have Geist as well, Geist Marina, that's about 10 minutes away. Geist Waterfront Park, not terribly far from Hamilton Town Center, and Ruoff is also about 16 minutes away from Hamilton proper. Now, and Hamilton proper is going to be more centrally located within Fishers. It's closer to Geist, but it's not as far east as the last one, Ravinia. So that's nice. So it's more accessible to it. Different areas are more accessible, basically. And Hamilton proper school district is going to be Hamilton Southeastern again. So all of these neighborhoods are in the Hamilton Southeastern school district for the high school. Again, I'm going to reiterate this again for the third time. Be sure when you are looking at homes and properties that they are in the desired school district, make sure you look at that map to make sure that nothing has changed, because boundaries and school maps and school districts change all the time. So it is on you to make sure that you are in the desired school district. Hamilton proper, like I said, it's a massive community. It surrounds the golf course, the Hawthorns. It has 23 different villages, so it's a massive community. You also have apartments as well in this community, which is really nice. If you want to be in Hamilton proper, you can be. If you want to rent, you have that option as well. But it is massive. Most of these homes are going to be custom homes, or I'm going to say all of these homes are going to be custom homes. Beautiful homes, very different in architecture. You're going to have your combination of mid-century modern, farmhouse style, craftsman, little McMansions, if you will. Just a whole bunch of different things. And there is a lake in the middle of Hamilton proper as well that some of these homes are going to be right off of. So that's really nice to have a lake in your backyard for some of these homes. The community itself was built in the mid 90s to mid 2010s. It's massive. So it's taken some time to build it out. And a lot of these lots were most likely owned by different custom home builders, and you would go to them, purchase a lot from them, and then build your custom home on that lot. So it's taken quite a while to build up this community, 20 something years. When we're talking about the feel of the styles of different homes, honestly, it just varies so much because all these different villages have different feels to them. You also have some condos as well in this community, but with the villages itself. So you're going to have some sections that are very nice homes, mainly custom homes. Then you're going to have some sections that are going to be mainly ranches. They feel a little more modest, if you will, still more custom, but more something that you would find in your average neighborhood. And then you got the really big homes that are right off of the golf course. So it's impressive in just how different this community feels within the different villages. I mean, it's massive. Average pricing, when I was looking back over a year, is going to be about $800,000 to over $6 million, which is pretty impressive. But it kind of reminds me, this community reminds me a little bit of Bridgewater in Westfield. Now, Bridgewater has a Carmel address, but it's technically in Westfield. But Hamilton proper reminds me of Bridgewater, and just the different sections and the different villages and how big the community is. It's very impressive. A lot of people are out walking because it's a nice day out. I don't see tons of golf carts like I have in the past with other golf communities in the higher end range. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to worry about getting run over by a golf cart. But we're on the main section, kind of the outer edge of Hamilton proper, because most of the entrances to get into the different villages are going to be on the on the outside of the community. You have a main road, and then the different villages branch off of that main road. So yeah, I've not seen any golf carts. I know that they're around. They're just probably on the golf course. So again, that's nice. You don't have to worry about the golf carts, because in different communities like Bridgewater, you do have to worry about golf carts and getting run over a little bit in Chatham, but not as much here in Hamilton proper. Haven't seen any, don't have to worry about it. But the different sections are very vast. So I'm driving by a section right now that's mainly ranches. The next section, it's big houses, big two-story homes. A lot of the homes are going to be masonry, got brick and stone. That's what I'm noticing, which honestly it should be, because if you're paying a lot of money for a home, I expect it to have nice finishes and touches on it, like masonry. I don't want like vinyl siding or anything like that. Some of these homes are going to also have some wood siding as well, but the majority of the homes are going to have masonry wrapped around. You're going to have some of the shake siding as well. It's just each home is going to be uniquely different. A lot of these homes are going to have 3+ car garages. Some are going to be tandem, and then some are going to have like your 2-car, your 2-bay garage doors. Some of them are going to be more modern. Others are going to be farmhouse style or colonial. I'm seeing some more colonial style homes as well, and that's nice because each home is different. You're not going to have the same exact home as your neighbor. Now, yes, there are certain common themes with the home, certain standards that you have to meet with the HOA. With any of these communities that we're touring today, they're going to all have common themes, certain themes that they have to go off of because of the HOA and the certain look that you want in your community. And now talking about the golf course a little bit. So yes, Hawthorns Golf Course, and it's also got a country club. It's got a lot of amenities as well. It's got driving ranges, it's got some nice fine dining in it, it's got pools, fitness clubs, you can take classes there as well. So the golf course itself was built in 1994. My guess is, and this is, I don't know how accurate this is, but this is just my assumption. My guess is the golf course started being constructed and was finished with construction really before the homes got started being constructed. That would make the most sense because you want the golf course to draw people in. If that's not done when you're here, it's not as big of an amenity as if it was already completed. So my guess is the golf course was completed, the clubhouse was completed before the majority of these homes were built. The golf course itself is a 18-hole golf course designed by Arthur Hill, which is a little surprising just because of all the golf course communities that we've been to on the high end. It's been by Pete Dye. You have Bridgewater, designed by Pete Dye. Chatham, designed by Pete Dye. You also have Crooked Stick, that was designed by Pete Dye. So those are three golf courses in a 10-mile radius, maybe 15-mile radius of each other, designed by Pete Dye. Where this one wasn't designed by Pete Dye; it was designed by Arthur Hill. So I just find that interesting. Hamilton proper definitely has a lot to offer for its residents and the community, and it's pretty close to a lot of amenities, which is a massive bonus as well. So those were the three different communities that are really expensive, have a lot to offer, especially Hamilton proper. So much to offer there with the country club and the golf course. There's just so much to do. It's such a massive place. That's personally my favorite. Comment below what community was your favorite. They both have different things to offer, but in terms of location, I think Hamilton proper has the best location, especially since you are 10 minutes away from the Nookaplake district, which is where we are at now. So that's very attractive to people. You get the library, the farmers market. There's so much to do in this area, but each community has its own unique features, pros and cons. It just depends on what you're looking for, the feel, the style, all that, because each community again has a different feel. Maybe Hamilton proper doesn't fit you. Maybe you don't care about the golf course. Maybe you want something quiet like Ravinia. You're okay with being a little farther out to the east side, and that's great. It just depends on what suits your needs and what neighborhood you like the best. Now, the communities that we showed you today, those are not the only high-end communities here in Fishers. There are others, but those are just the three we chose to highlight today. And honestly, when it comes to high-end million-dollar homes, there aren't tons and tons of those homes here in, say, Fishers like there are in Carmel. Now, granted, there's still pretty expensive homes here in Fishers. It's just a little bit of a different feel, because Fishers is different than Carmel. That's a big thing that Fishers want people to know. Hey, we're not Carmel. We're different than Carmel. We're better than Carmel. That is, everyone likes to compare Fishers and Carmel. I did a video earlier in the year of Fishers versus Carmel. Each area has their pros and cons, and it depends on what you're looking for in a community as well. And if you're looking to move in 9 days or 9 months, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or set up a Zoom call.